Good morning, dear cadets. So, as you know, we are in the NCERT exercise of chapter number 2. So, the question number first, second, third, fourth I have already completed. Now, question number 5. What is the question number 5? Already I told this one is page number 21 of NCERT textbook. Page number 21, chapter number 2, NCERT exercises. So till question number 4 already I have completed. Now question number 5 is what are villi, what is their location and function. So the villi are the finger-like projection which are found in the inner walls of small intestine. So their location is also there. What are villi? Finger-like projection found in the inner wall of small intestine. And what is their location? Location is inner wall of small intestine. What is their function? Function, they increase the surface area for the absorption of food. Okay, you can view the answers also. Just see, this is the answer. Thousands of minute finger-like projections or outgrowth found in the inner wall of small intestine are called villi. These increase the surface area for maximum and quick absorption of digested food from small intestine into the blood stream. So their function is also over. Now let us move to the question number 6. What is the question number 6? Where is the bile produced? Which component of the food does it help to digest? So where is the bile produced? Bile is produced in the liver. Liver is the largest gland of human being, human alimentary canal. Which component of the blood does it help to digest? It helps to digest the fat component of food. Okay, you see the answers also. So bile is produced in the liver. It acts upon the fat component of blood and breaks down large size fat droplets into smaller ones. Okay, so their question is also over. Okay, now question number 7. What is question number 7? Name the type of carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants but not by humans. Give the reasons. So just see. Name the carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants. Cellulose. But not by humans. Humans cannot digest these components of food because in our alimentary canal such type of bacteria are not there which are helping in the digestion of this component of food. Okay. And we don't have one structure also called cecum. Okay, just see the answer. Cellulose is the type of carbohydrate that can be digested by the ruminants and not by humans. It is so because a large sac-like structure called rumen is found in the ruminants between food pipe and small intestine that contain, just a minute, okay, that found in ruminants between food pipe and small intestine that contain, just a minute, Okay, so numerous bacteria which can digest cellulose. Human's alimentary canal does not contain that bacteria. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so now you can see. So sac-like structure called rumen is found in the ruminants between food pipes and small intestine that contains numerous bacteria which can digest cellulose. Human alimentary canal does not contain such cellulose digesting bacteria, thus cannot digest cellulose. Okay, so this is the question number 7. Now question number 8. What is question number 8? Why do we get instant energy from glucose? So just see, we get instant energy from glucose because it is the simplest sugar that readily breaks down into water and carbon dioxide, but with the release of energy in a living cell. Okay, just see here. Just a minute. Okay, now see, we get instant energy from glucose because it is the simplest sugar that readily breaks down into water and carbon dioxide with the release of energy in a living cell. All the food components ultimately get converted into glucose. So just see, why do we get instant energy from the glucose? Because it is the simplest sugar that readily breaks down into water and carbon dioxide with the release of energy in a living cell. All the food components ultimately gets converted into glucose. Okay, so now let us move to the another one, that is which part of the digestive canal is involved in absorption of food, small intestine, chewing of food, buccal cavity, killing of bacteria, stomach due to release of hydrochloric acid, complete digestion of food, that is small intestine, formation of feces, large intestine. So these are the parts of alimentary canal which are involved in these processes. Will show you the answer also. Yes, just see the answer. Small intestine, buccal cavity, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Okay, next question. This match the pair already I taught you. Okay, again you can see. Yes, this is salivary gland, saliva secretion, stomach, acid release, liver, bile juice secretion, rectum, release of feces, small intestine, digestion is completed, large intestine, absorption of water. Okay, so this already I have taught this one, again I am flashing this one, you can see. Next one, next question is, just let me hide the yes, label figure 2.1 of the digestive system. Okay, label means diagram is there, you have to label which part this one. So this is stomach, this is liver, what is this one? This area is pancreas, this is small intestine. Okay, let me, yes, see this entire structure. Okay, you can label this one because already you have seen the diagram. So in this way, almost your all questions of NCERT exercise is completed. Okay, so there is one more question of NCERT book, that is question number 13. Question number 13. Can be survive only on raw leafy vegetables, grass? Discuss. So we cannot survive only on raw leafy vegetables oblique grass, because leafy vegetables can only give us vitamins, but our body requires all components of food like carbohydrates, fat, proteins, minerals in addition to vitamins. Hence we cannot survive. Try to understand, our body not only require vitamins, we require carbohydrate, fat, proteins, minerals in addition to vitamins. Hence our survival is not possible only on vitamins. That is why we can't survive. In this way, your chapter number 2, all NCERT exercise is completely completed. Now I will show you some animation which are related with this chapter. That is the question, means chapter number 2. So okay, I will show you 2 animation. One is related with the basic components of food. Second one is the functions of food. Okay. So first, let us start first. Basic components of food.
Any nourishing substance that is consumed to produce energy in order to sustain life is called food. Food contains some important components needed by our body that are called nutrients. The process by which organisms obtain food and use it for their growth, metabolism, and repair is known as nutrition. The nutrients present in food are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and roughage. Carbohydrates are energy-giving food and serve as an instant source of energy. Carbohydrate-rich food are rice, sugar, potato, wheat, etc. Fats are important and energy-rich food. They generate more heat per gram in comparison to carbohydrates. Some of the fat-rich foods are butter, cream, vegetable oils, fat of meat, etc. Protein builds, maintains, repairs and replaces the body tissues. Body uses the protein we need to make lots of specialized protein molecules. These protein molecules play a role in the development of intracellular structures like cell membranes, mitochondria, or endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, and organs such as muscles, skin, etc. Therefore, they are also called bodybuilding food. Many foods contain protein, but the best sources are milk, meat, pulses, eggs, etc. Vitamins and minerals are required in a very small amount in the body. They maintain the functions of the body and therefore their absence results in deficiency diseases. Hence, they are also called protective food. There are different kinds of vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, and vitamin B complex. Sources of all types of vitamins and minerals are fruits, vegetables, egg, milk, etc. About 2/3 of our body weight is water. It acts as a solvent in the body and helps in the formation of digestive juice. Water also helps in the transportation of the digested food and oxygen in the body. Water is the major constituent of blood, and blood plasma constitutes 90% of water. Roughage is the undigested portion of the food. It enables the food to move easily through the intestine and relieve constipation. The fruits, vegetables, and outer seed coats are the sources of roughage. Thus, food is required for growth, repair, and vital processes of life, which makes our body and mind healthy.
Just see the second animation, that is components of food, functions of food.
Food helps the body to satisfy the reflex called hunger. Excess fat in food is stored in the adipose tissue that can be utilized at some other point of time when food is not available. Food provides energy for basic muscular activities and also provides necessary warmth to the body for the maintenance of body temperature. So, by eating healthy and exercising, you can enjoy life.
Okay, so dear cadets, this was the animation related with the functions of food. Okay. So dear cadets, in this way chapter number 2 is completely completed, including their exercise animation. Now let us move to the chapter number 3. So chapter number 3 I will not start today, but how many things are included in chapter number 3 that I will tell. What is the name of chapter number 3? Fiber to fabric. Okay, that is the name of chapter, fiber to fabric. So under fibers, types of fiber is there, natural fibers, synthetic fibers. Then wool is there, wool yielding animals. From wool fibers to wool, rearing, selective breeding. Now processing fibers into wool. So fiber to fabric, these are the things. Fiber from wool fibers to wool, processing fiber into wool, from cocoon to silk fiber, isn't it? And silk, these are the things. Under fiber, two types are there, natural fiber, synthetic fiber. Wool yielding animals. From wool fibers to wool, rearing, selective breeding, processing of fibers into wool, these are the steps: shearing, scouring, sorting, drying, curdling, dyeing, roving, spinning, weaving. Silk, sericulture, like history of silk moth. From cocoon to silk fiber, rearing silkworm, processing of silk. Now glossary, cloth, fabric, fleece, rayon. These are the component of this chapter, and one by one will deal all these things. Okay, so just see here the history of silk moth is also there, isn't it? So just see, that would be the very interesting topic, because Karnataka is the largest producer of silk, and the rearing of silk moth is taking place at maximum pace here in Karnataka. So we'll do all those things, we'll explain you everything. Okay, so thank you. We'll start tomorrow this chapter.